Form tag. Okay. So inside the form tag, we have seen an action attribute. What is the use of action attribute? It will say that like to which server we should send the request. Like what is the endpoint, server endpoint, that we will define here. Okay. And target. What is the target? Like where you want to display our response. Okay. Either we can display in the same page or we can display in a different page. Okay. And method. What is the method? Whether you want to send data in a get request or a post request. Don't add get and post, only add one. Okay. Then we will discuss about this one. Autocomplete. What is use of autocomplete? By default, automatically it will populate the data. But if you don't want to populate the data, what we can say? Autocomplete is equal to off. The automatically it will. Okay. And name, this is okay. Okay. So yesterday we have written on some form, right? So what are the main important things we should do? First, make sure that form action attribute is available. Okay. This is very important. Second, form method type. What is the method we are writing it? That is important. And make sure that all input tags have the name attribute. What is the problem if we don't write the name? The data will not send to the server. Okay. And make sure that we can write a submit button, something like this. Okay. So yesterday we have written the some forms, right? What are the types yesterday we have covered? First we have seen the checkbox we have covered, color we have covered, date, date time, local, email. Okay. So we'll remaining things we will cover it today. Okay. Let us go to our registration.html and I will open it in the Explorer. Okay. So registration.html, something like this. Okay. So let us cover the remaining thing. So there are only some small, my first thing is a button. Suppose I want to create a button. What is usually we'll write it here. We will go and write a button tag. Correct, right? So in the form, whenever we are writing a form, we can write this also fine. No problem. Okay. Let me zoom so that people will see here. Okay. I hope this is okay, right? Yeah. And okay, so button also we can do it. I will say login or a registration, anything we can do it. So let us reload the page here. And if you see login button is there, okay. So and instead of login button, I will just remove this one. So instead of button tag, we can use a another input tag element itself. Okay. So let us write the input tag. Do you know how to write input tag? Input. Okay. And just colon button. So here this is a shortcut. Let us learn the shortcut. Okay. So whenever I'm typing button, it is showing some hint, right? So whatever it is showing colon under D something, right? This is nothing but a attributes. Okay, these are nothing but a attribute. Suppose I will type like a input. So I want to write a input checkbox. Again, you don't need to type input type is equal checkbox, something like this. Simply you can see here colon checkbox is the right selected, automatically it will write like this. Okay. Or you can write a shortcut also. I will say input colon what I want to write. I want to write a button and enter. Automatically this will also fill the that line. Okay, these are shortcuts. Or you want to write your own manual, you write it, no problem at all. Okay. So let us write. So I am writing input and there is a button also I have added. So but there is no name, right? Input is a no ending tag. We no need to add the ending tag. But I want to name for this button, right? So simply you go and write inside the, I'll say register, something like this. Okay, see. So this is a button tag. This is a input tag. Both we can use it for the button purpose. Okay. So whenever you want to write a button, please go with the button only. But whenever you are writing inside the form, you can select the type is equal to button. That is okay. Okay. So this is the one. And we have seen checkbox. When we'll use a checkbox? When we'll use a checkbox? Whenever multiple options we want to select it, then we'll go for a checkbox. Okay, color. Whenever we want to pick some color from the user, then we'll go for a color. Date, for date of birth, joining date, relieving date, all the dates we'll use. And date and time hyphen local. This date with the time. Okay. Email. Whenever I am writing like login page, so I am taking my username as email, right? Then I should declare my type is equal to email. Okay, let us go and check with the email here and let us reload. What is that? Suppose here I am typing email. I will write a ABCD. Is this a correct email or not? Correct? Not correct email. Not. It is showing hint also. Please include at symbol and dot also. Okay. So by default, this validation should automatically will come if you are using the email something. Don't use text box. Use the email and file. Suppose you guys are searching for job, right? What we will do? We will upload our resume in the Naukri. How will you upload your resume? There is a button, right? When you click on button, a file should open. Okay. Same thing. If you want to write it, then you can write a type is equal to input type is equal to file. Okay. So let us reload this page and check it. Okay, see there is a choose file is there, right? Now you can click here and upload any file here. Okay, something like this I am uploading here, so automatically this will upload to the server. Like we need to write some more program, but whenever you want to upload something, what is the file type you should take care of? Type is equal to file, something like this. Okay, something you can take it about. Okay, so next, this is a hidden man. Okay, suppose here what we want to do, this was using in the old days. Nowadays we are not using this technique. Okay, but let me tell you, suppose I will write my username here. Okay, I'll write my username here, but I don't want to show to the anybody, any user. Okay, we don't want to show any data to the user, but I want to write one input field here. Okay, and why we are writing is, I will say uh, is admin, something like this. Okay, so here let me reload the page. So you will first, you will see the difference. So there is one input box is showing, right? So I want to write like a admin value is equal to admin. So this is like a from admin I am logging in, something like this. But I don't want to show this information to the user, but I want to send this data to the backend server. I don't want to show to the user, but I want to send one value to the backend server. This is the old technique. Nowadays, we are not at all using this one. Okay. Yes, so this is like a 2010, 2000. In that scenario, we are using it. Okay. So now what we want to, I want to hide my element. Okay. I want to hide my element. So now you will reload it. Internally, there is a one input box is there, but it will not show to the user. But whenever you are submitting your form, that value also will send to the server. Okay, so this was old technique. Nowadays we are not using this one. Okay, that is okay. Okay, and image, so suppose you want to display any image, you can go for a image type. That is okay. And suppose sometimes we want to display only like this month, not only, I don't want to show the full one, we want to show only month. What is the this month? Suppose where is this one? Uh, Something like this. Okay, I want to show only like what is the month. Sometimes we want to select like this, then you can go for a month type. Automatically it will show the calendar and something like this. So number already we have seen, right? Whenever I want to enter my salary, my age, anything which relates to the number, then we have to select the type called a number. We have seen one attribute. What is the attribute? Yesterday we have seen step. You remember, right? If you want to increment how many number it want to increase, then we can go for a step. Okay, password, you know what is a password, right? Okay, radio button, what is use of radio button? We will use the multiple. If you want to select only one option, then we'll go for a this option. Okay, and there is another type called, okay, so see I'm just using a shortcut. Okay, enter, automatically it will come. Okay, so let us see what is this range bar. See here, something like this. If you want to, suppose what you will do, whenever we are designing the latest design, right? Suppose I want to my marks are like I am okay with the 80% something like this. They will give 0 in the left side, 100 in the right side. Give you your rating instead of typing 80, 70. This is a old technique. Okay, simply you can go here and how much rating you want to give it, you scroll like this. Something like, sometimes they will give a this type of design. Maybe then we can go and use this bar. What is the type? Range. Okay, range, something. Okay, and search bar also already we have seen it, right? Okay, and there is a type is equal to reset, and there is a type is equal to submit. Okay, these two are very very important. Let us try with these two. Okay, so okay, so this time already we have done, we don't want to do it. So what is the type, ma? One is a submit, input colon submit. Okay, another one is a input colon reset. Okay, enter. Okay, so file save it. So let us reload the page. So whenever you don't enter any name, it will show the only boxes, right? So if I want to show any name, what is the attribute value I should give it here? I will say register, something like this. I will say reset. Okay, so this whatever the value you are entering here, same thing it will display inside the box. So okay, register and reset. Okay, so now whenever I want to send my data to the backend server, okay, whenever I want to send my data to the backend server, then I should declare my type is equal to submit. Okay, suppose here I have typed something and I want to reset everything back. Okay, whenever you are clicking reset, everything your data will be resetting with the default values, something like. Okay, so that is the reason I think in the yesterday demo or somewhere we have given this one, right? The contract form, yeah, here you will type everything and sometime I don't want, so if you just click on reset, automatically it will go back to the original state. Same thing. Now what is the button you can use it here for this one? Reset. Type is equal to reset. You don't need to do any additional work, simply write a type is equal to reset, and automatically this reset will thing will happen. Okay, and submit is done. And telephone, suppose you want to take any telephone number, you can take the TL is nothing but a telephone number, something. Go here and okay, so the it will enter only numbers, something telephone number TL. And there is another one more type called URL. I think URL. Okay, this is important. Okay, URL. So URL is, suppose sometimes what will happen is I want to enter one URL. Okay, what is the URL? If you tell me, like input colon URL. Okay, so here let us go on reload it. Okay, I'll say ABCD. Is this correct URL or not correct URL? Not correct URL. URL means how it should be. It should be something www or https or something, and so google.com, something like this. It will be there, right? So you need to do all these validations. Instead of you are doing the validation, if you are just typing type is equal to URL, automatically it will do all the validations. Okay, so these things will happen automatically. So these are the types by default it is available. Okay, so now we know what is the tag of label, right? Where we have used in this example, we have used multiple places. One is in the label place we have used it, and checkbox also we have used it. Okay, so label is nothing but a simple one tag, just to define one name, that's all. Okay, nothing special in it. And what is use of select tag? What is use of select tag? If you want to show the drop down with the multiple values, but I want to select only one value, then we'll go for a select. Inside the select, what is the tag? We'll write it option. In some other tag also we'll write the option. What is the other tag one? Data list. Yesterday we have seen, right? Data list. Okay. And if you want to enter more data, what is the tag you should use it? Text area. And if you want to write a button. Okay, there is a field set is there. Let us go for a field set. Okay, suppose sometimes what will happen is whenever they are taking more number of fields, suppose 10 fields, 20 fields, what they will do, they will define one section. Okay, these are the details are related to personal, these are the details belongs to the employment, these are the details belongs to the address, something like this. They will define some sections. Okay, if you want to define those sections, we'll go for a field set. Okay, to group the multiple elements into single group, we'll go for a field set. So let us go over an example. Suppose I want to store my username and password in a one section, and date of birth, age, gender I want to store in a another section. Let us see that example so that we will do that. Okay, so which are the two things we want to write in one section? Username and password. Okay, so let us go here and I'll type a field set. Okay, so simple. And this field set I will close it in the, I'll add these two inside the center. Okay, control Z. Okay, so field set I'll add it here. Okay, right click, format the document. Let us reload the page. See, automatically some box is added. I have added only a username or what? All right. uh, okay, this is a hidden one. Okay, I will store this password also here. Okay, so now I have added something, some automatically some box is coming, right? Now I want to write one name here. Okay, so whenever you want to write a name, there is a tag called legend. Okay, there is a tag called legend. Go to inside the field set and write the legend, something like this. Legend is equal to personal details. And reload the page. See here, This legend is a personal details. Suppose I want to combine these three into another one. And now tell me how to do this one. What is the tag we should use it first? Field set. Okay. Inside the field set, what is the tag? Legend. So legend for what purpose? I'll say DOB details, something like this. Okay. And I will remove here and I will add it in the here, something like this. Okay. Format the document, save it, and let us reload, something like. So these are the personal details, these are the divable. Like you can group multiple fields into one set, that is nothing but a field set. And if you want to write any heading in the top, then you can go for a one legend tag. Okay, that is the one. Okay, so data list. Data list, yesterday we have covered it, right? Whenever you want to write a searchable drop down, suppose here, suppose I want to write a search for a Japan, something like. Instead of selecting always go one by one, you can search them. Okay, if you want to searchable drop down, which option you can go for? A data list. Okay, and so okay, so with this one all type of tags are done. Okay, so and there are some important points we want to learn, that is nothing but a validations, like how will you validate your form, something like this. Okay, so what is this validations? We want, I will give you a demo and then we'll go for a coding. So let us go for a login page. Okay, suppose here I will not enter anything, man. Okay, so I will click on login button. So what is the error I'm getting it? Enter username and enter a password, something like this. It is showing the red color, right? So whenever you are applying for a job, they will ask first write a validations. Okay, how will you validate, something like this. So since we are learning HTML, we cannot write all these red colors and all these things here, but we will do it in the JavaScript. But for now, we can validate this one. And so let us write the login page and add the validations and do that. Okay, so we have done all these things in the registration. Let us go to login page here again. Okay, okay, so already we have written this login form yesterday, right? So what are the code is there? Let us go and check our code. So what is the first? We have written a form tag, that is okay. And target is equal to blank. No, I want to see it here. And email, what is the type I should take it here? You tell me. Email. Okay, not the text. Password is correct only. Okay, and button login is this is okay. Okay, let us go to my login page, login.html. Okay, please observe for to understand purpose what I will do, I will change this type is equal to get, so that whether we the form is going or not, we can verify it. Okay, let me reload it here. I'll type a admin. Okay, and I will not type anything for password. I'll click on login. Okay, what it is asking, please include at symbol. Why it is asking at symbol? Now we have changed it to the email. I will say admin at a.com. Okay, that's fine. Now see, automatically the data is sending it or not? Automatically the data is sending it. Okay, so we should not send data like this. It is required. Hey browser, don't send my data if it is an empty. Now we want to force the browser. Hey browser, don't send the data whenever this is an empty. See, now it is an empty. I'll click on login. Still it is trying to send the data or not? Yes. Okay. So handling this scenario is nothing but a validations. Okay. For validating this, we will learn some important proper attributes. So first thing is, whichever the input you want to require, go and add a required attribute here. Okay, you need to add a required here, so that then that is okay. Okay, and password also required or not required? Required, something like this. Okay, spelling is important. If you are writing spelling mistake, code will not work out. Okay, I will click on login. So now what it is? I'm not adding any other things. Simple. I am adding only one important attribute. What is the attribute? Required. Okay, and automatically, if I'm clicking login, it is showing some error, right? I will type the admin. See now what it's saying. This is not a correct email ID. Okay, admin at a.com. Now this is okay. Okay, I'll type. And what it is asking, please enter the password. But later when we learn Angular or React or in JavaScript, we will not show these errors. Instead of in the bottom, we will show in the red color. Hey, user, enter your password. Something like we will show it dynamically. For now, we'll show like this. Now still it is okay, right? So now what I will do, I'll type only A. Okay, and I will click on login. So but automatically the data is sending it right. Okay, so whenever you want to required, what is the attribute we can use it required. Okay, without this required, what will happen? Automatically the data will send to the server. That is the reason first we have to do it. And second case is whenever I am typing it, minimum 5 characters I want to enter. Okay, I don't want to enter the form. Suppose here I am entering only one letter. Even here also one letter. If you are sending one letter also, the data will send. Now we don't want to send data like this. Okay, now the second thing we will go here is so what is the minimum length you want to write it? Min length. There is an attribute called min length. So how many characters I want to write it? 5 characters. Okay, for password. Okay, let's go here and reload the page. I will type admin at a.com. Okay, and password I will type only one letter and click login. Okay, let us reload first and okay, paste it. A login. So now what it is asking? Please, the length of this text 5 characters or more. We are typing only one. Okay, it is showing, at least it is showing some error message, right? Now I will type more. This is okay. Okay, now I will go back, and sometimes what they will do, I will type this one. Sometimes what they will do, password is there. Okay, so for every field here in the back end there is a database will be there. Okay, so in the database what they will do, they will define the, okay, what is the user normal username, will keep it either 50 characters or 100 characters. Nobody will keep 1,000 characters as an email address. Even they cannot type it if they are keeping it, right. So that is the reason in back end what they will do, they will keep only 250 characters as a maximum length. Okay, but whenever we are trying to hear what some either some bad guys or some whatever they will do, they will wantedly type 1,000 characters and they will click on login. Backend will burst. Okay, backend what it will do, it cannot save it. Whenever it cannot save it, it will throw an error and your data will not save it. Okay, and QA testing team will be there. They will come, your data is not working, you are not a correct programmer. They will ask scold all the things, something like this, right? Okay, to solve this problem, hey boss, you cannot enter more than 20 characters. I'll write a limitation here. If they want to type it also, they will not go. Okay, so that is the reason now we have to go for a next validation. What is the next validation? Max length. Okay, so maximum what is the length you can type it? I will give 50 characters. Okay, he cannot type more than 50 characters. Even if typing also, it will not enter. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, now let us go here and type something. Okay, I'll type. After this, even if I'm typing also, it will not enter. That's all. It cannot send more than 50 characters. Okay, now we have seen this one, right? This is okay. So like this, you can enter the min length, max length, required property. Okay, and the next, suppose I am having a age. Okay, suppose here I am having a age here. I'll say one div. I'll say age. Okay, something. Okay, something. Okay, step is equal to 50. No, if I am increasing to 50, 2 years I will go. Okay, now I am having age. Okay, so here age is there, right? So I want to mention age is also required. Now tell me how to, what is the attribute I should use it? I'll go here, already required is there. So I'll try to enter without this one. Okay, login. It is asking a username and I will type admin at a.com and password is some 5 characters. I'll click login. It is asking please fill out this form. Okay, I'll say 20, something like that. Okay, and this time it will go, but our requirement is we don't want to enter if it is a less than 25. We should not allow it. We want to show some errors. Okay, then what is the property we should use it? Tell me, what is the property? Still you have learned, right? Min length. Okay, don't use this min length for the numbers. Okay, min length we should use for only text, email, password, URL, such fields. Okay, for number we should use a min. Okay, what is the property? Min. Okay, I will say min is equal to 20 and max is equal to 100. Okay, this is the only place people will confuse and they will type. Okay, so here I will type 23 here and I will try to reduce it here. After 20 it cannot go. Okay, and if you are increasing here, it will still go to the 100 and it will not go more than the 100. Okay, and sometimes this will work out. Okay, so this min and max for which variable we can apply, for which type? Only for number types. And date also we can apply. Date is there, right? You can specify, suppose I don't want to allow create a Gmail account which are less than 5 years. That means I can give any 5 years. But this year is 2023. 23 minus 5 years. What is the year? It will come 2018. So here they can mention a 2018, and here they can mention something like this. For date also this will work, but not for any other types. Okay. So this is the nothing. Okay. Now we have done this one, right? This is okay. Something like this is called validation. This validations and types we are declaring, right? Type is equal to email, type is equal to number. All these features came in the HTML5 only. There are no such things before in the HTML5. Okay, if you are using it before HTML5, these things will not work at all. Only after HTML5 only this thing. So in interview they will ask, tell me some like what are the new features in the HTML5. You can say in the forms, type is equal to email, type is equal to number, and this validations required, min length, max length, min, max, all this came in the which one? HTML5 only. Okay, that's one. Now this is okay. Okay, suppose now what I want to do, I want to give a small, like I will log in here, man. Okay, so I think my username is password wrong because I have changed it. Sometimes I want to show some demo. Okay. Okay, suppose I want to change my username or something. Let me think. Okay, suppose here this is a form. Okay, I have a user ID is there, their mobile number is there, something like this. Okay, I want to change only their mobile number. I don't want to change their email ID. I want to show only input fields only, but they cannot change once they are creating. Suppose you created a Gmail account, you can you go and change your Gmail? No, if you want, you have to create a new account only. You cannot change that, right? But you can change your name. You can change your mobile number, right? So suppose this is a form where you want to change your mobile number, but not for your things. Okay. Suppose I want to do like this. So this is the input field only. But whenever I am writing input field, what is the problem here? Automatically anybody can change the value, right? Anybody can change the value, but we don't want to change the value. So that is the first thing. And second thing is, by default, whenever I am opening here, I am clicking here, automatically the some data is coming in the center of the input tag, right? So if you want to get any data by default, then we can go and add a one property called value. Okay, value. So here I will type a abc something like this, abc at a.com, okay, a.com, something like this. So let us go on to change it. Let us go on verify it. So automatically by default coming, right? So whenever you want to bring any data by default to the input field, in the which attribute you should concentrate? Value. Okay, value. So you can add automatically value to the all the fields. Okay, this is very important in the React or Angular whenever you are going with the forms. Okay, so this is very important. That is okay. Now I don't want to type anything here. This is already there. I cannot type anything here. I have to see only. Okay, then you can go and add another attribute called read only. Okay, read only means you can just see them, that's all. You cannot type anything here. I cannot type anything here. Okay, so this is nothing but a read only. So but in the read only I can select the data and I can do something. Okay, there is another type called disable. Okay, there is another type called disable. So what this will do, you cannot anything, you cannot do anything by seeing this one itself. You are like there is a some background color also different, right? This is a disabled one. So that means you cannot do enter any data, any something like this. Okay, so this is nothing but a disabled. So what are the other attributes we have seen? Value, disable, and read only. These three things we have seen, right? Okay, now and this is okay. But whenever I am going for last, I will go for a some log out here. So I'll remove everything here. Something I'll remove here. Okay, so whenever I'm removing, what is the data it is showing by default? Username. Okay, so whenever suppose if I remove here, nothing is there, here nothing is there, right? By default no data is displaying. I want to give some hint to the user. Hey user, you enter your password in this box, you enter your age in this box, you enter your username in this box, something like this. We want to give a some hint. Okay, for this hint we can use a one attribute called placeholder. Okay, placeholder, I will say username. Okay, that is the one. And what is the placeholder for the second one? like a placeholder is equal to enter password, something like this. Okay, and for age I can enter like a placeholder is equal to age something. Let us reload the page. See, whenever you are start typing it, automatically it will go. Whenever you are removing all the text, automatically it will display. So this is just a hint to the user. Hey user, you enter your data, something like this. This is nothing but a important attribute about the import tag. Now we have seen, right, what is the use of value. Whenever you want to bind any value to the input tag, then you will write inside the value. So if you are adding any value, automatically by default data will come over there. That is a important. And read only. Why is the read only? You don't want to edit something, then we can change it to the read only. Give me some example where you will do it. Suppose in any website, they will have a username and password, right? And whenever they are seeing they want to change some data, their username always will be disabled or a read only, something like this. Okay, and max length, you know what is the max length, right? We don't want to allow more than some particular characters. Min and max, this one we have done. Okay, and multiple option is there. This multiple, let us go here, but this option I never used it, but let us cover as part of the things. Okay, suppose here drop down is there, right? How many option we can select it from a single drop down? Only one. Sometimes you want to select a multiple things. Okay, in such cases you can go on here, add another attribute called multiple. Okay, once you added this multiple, automatically you can select the multiple options from the here. I'll duplicate here. I'll say register. So see here I'm able to select the three options. Okay, earlier I was able to select only one. Now I am able to select the three options, but this is not a we did not use at all. And even if you are going to use it, you are not going to use the same. Okay, and this pattern is there, and this will cover as part of the JS. Even if I am telling also, this will be little bit complicated for now. We'll just remove. And what is a placeholder? We know what is a placeholder, right? Whenever you want to show some user hint, okay, enter your name here, something like this is nothing but a placeholder. And required, what is this of required? It is mandatory, you have to enter, that's all. Okay, step, we know that what is the step also. Okay, and autofocus. Okay, let us go for autofocus and let us see. Okay, let us go here. Suppose whenever I'm coming in this page, what I have to do, I want to enter my username password, right? First I will click here and then I will enter my data. Instead of doing this one, whenever I come to this page, by default my cursor should go here. Okay, I will not enter, I will not click anything. Whenever I open this page itself, my cursor should come here. Okay, this is nothing but a autofocus. So which field we want to get autofocus? Username. Okay, go to that username. Okay, username and add a one property called autofocus. Simple attribute. Yeah, see, so you give any field, no problem, but usually where we'll start with the field from starting only, right? So that's the reason we'll give a start. At a time, how many fields you can enter? Only one time, one, right? Then you can give a only one. Even if you are giving trying multiple things, either first or last one will. If you are giving all fields, if you are doing like this, then what will happen? Let's see. uh, I'll reload the page. I'll reload the page. Okay, so that is the reason. Giving multiple things is a waste, because you need to understand, right? How many places user can type at a time? Only one place, right? You cannot type enter username and password at the same time, unless you have two keyboards, two persons in front of the system also. Okay, that is okay. Okay, now this is another field, and we know what is autocomplete, right? If you don't want to populate, we can go for the autocomplete. We don't want to show anything at all. This is the thing about the forms. Okay, so this is very very important. Whatever we have discussed, this is about the forms. Okay, now, and there is a one important attribute is there, man. I have forgot. Okay, let's go for a login page here. Suppose here we are doing all the validations, right? Go to our login page. Okay, whenever I'm clicking asking, yeah, enter your password, enter your age, it's something, right? Sometimes you are fed up with your login form and you are saying it, I don't want to do any validation at all. If you click it, you send the data, whether data is there or not. I want to send it, something like this. Okay, so that also you can do it. Okay, you go to your form and there is a attribute called no validate. Okay, so there is a form attribute called no, but nobody will use this property. Just for sake only we are learning it, okay? Because any page we want the validations is important, then why we will write a no validate, okay? But that is okay. So whenever you don't want any validations, you can use a no validate, automatically data will send. No validations will be performed, something like this. Yes, okay. So this is about the forms, okay? So I think everybody with the okay with the forms, right? Forms, what are the tags? Mainly form, and one most powerful tag is input. Inside the input there are many types are there, that is okay. Apart from that, text area, select, data list, and what else is there? Field set, legend, checkbox, all inside the input box only, correct, right? Okay, something like this is okay. Okay, so and with this one, almost all things are completed. But in interview, whenever you are going for, the most question they are repeated question they are asking is, what is the HTML5 new features? What are the HTML5 new features? They are concentrate only about that question only. Okay, so let us understand more about the HTML5 new features, and let us complete this HTML session, and we can go for the CSS from tomorrow. Okay, so let's go with the first one. Okay, so what is the semantic elements? Do you know what is the semantic elements? What is semantic element? Which is a which describes which is some having meaning to the developer as well as the browser, something like this. Okay, what is the meaning? Suppose I am opening a one website here, so tell me, this is a header or not? Yes. And suppose if you go here, this is a footer, correct, right? Header and footer is there. So for header and footer, we can do it multiple ways. I can write a h1 tag and I can write the content, or I can take a div, I can write the content, right? Anything I can do it, right? Instead of doing this one, they have suggested a new elements. Okay, the new element is called header, not the headma. Head tag is different, header tag is different. Okay, header tag. So whenever we want to develop any like a web page headers, then we can use a header tag. So we have used this one, right? If you open our company page, what is the tag we have used it here? Header tag. Okay, so you no need to use a header tag, you can use a div also. Okay, both will the output will be same, but only the meaning will be different to the developer only. Okay, so whenever a next developer comes, if he reads a header, he will simply understand, okay, this is a header. If you are writing a div, you need to go and see where it is displaying. That is the only difference. Okay, this element is added in the HTML5. And same thing, I want to show my footer. Okay, so far we did not add this one, right? Let us add a footer for our website. So whenever you want to write a footer, what you can do, go to the last, either you write one div and write footer. Okay, but this is not a meaningful, right? To solve the meaningful purpose, they have given a another tag called footer tag. Okay, so whenever you want to write any website footer, and then which tag we will use it? A footer tag. This is not a recommended or not a mandatory things. Whichever you are comfortable, you go. Whether if you are going with the div, you go with the div, but the output will be same. The only the meaning will be different to the developer, that's all. Okay, so but it is recommended to go with the footer tag instead of a div tag, because by reading itself I will understand, okay, this is a website footer, something like this. That's all. Okay, and nav tag and section tag is there. Suppose where I will show you what is the nav tag. Suppose if you go to any website, first for example, go to any website, something like this. Okay, I'll go here. So here, what are the links you are having? Some links I am having it, right? Okay, such links we'll call it as a navigation links. Okay, such links we'll call it as a navigation links. So and in the left side sidebar we have written, right? So that is okay. Okay, so whenever you are showing some menu, something like this, we can write one div inside anchor tag, and we can write like this, right? That is also possible. Okay, instead of doing like this, you can go and use the nav element. Whenever you are writing some navigation elements, you can go and use the nav tag, some, that's all. But internally how you are using div or nav, that is full story is okay, but this will give a more meaningful than the div. Whenever in the navigation links, you can use the navigation, something like this. Okay, yeah, well, let us write it here and we'll see it. Okay, so let us write it nav tag, something. Okay, So what is our page? We are writing it a company data HTML. Let us reveal in the Explorer and open it. Okay. Suppose here there are two menus are coming, right? From where we don't know which one it is coming. Okay. If you see H1, this is the bigger one. Okay. I'll remove here. Then we can reload the page. See, this is a just okay. No. Don't think inline. Okay. Suppose after this nav I will write a some span tag. Okay. Example. Now if the example is coming beside the logout, then this is a inline. If example is coming the next line, then it is a block level. So now tell me whether nav is a block level or inline. I'll reload it later. Tell me the answer. And now tell me block level or inline. Block level, right? Okay, your header is a block level, your footer is a block level, your nav tag also block level tag. Okay, all are block level tags. Okay, so this is okay. Now what I want to do, I want to display some information. Okay, so this is okay. So if you go to website, okay, this is a page only, right? Let me go to login here. I'll click on login. Suppose here my sidebar is there. Okay, and this is okay, and these are the navigation links I can think about it. Something using this only I'm going to navigate my project, right? Then you can use a nav tag, or you can use a div tag. So nobody will give, like in the company, whenever you are writing it, no, you go and use only nav tag. Nobody will give such comments. They will try to see your page only. Okay, yeah, how you are writing is up to you. That is okay. And we have done our layout, right? So what is the layout we have done? This is the first part, this is the second part, and this is a 2-1, this is a 2-2. Okay, so in the 2-2, this right side we are writing one div, right? Instead of writing one div, we can go and use a section tag. Okay, section also like a block level tag only. So whenever you want to specify, this is a one part of the section, this is a some part, something like this, then you can go and use a section tag. Okay, let us go and use this section tag. These all are HTML5 new features only. Earlier, these things are not there. Example section and something. Okay, it is coming the new line. What will happen? What is the block level element? Always occupy the full width. Always starts in a new line, something like this. Okay, so then whenever you want to write a, suppose these are where we will use this section. Okay, so whenever you are writing your layout, first I have started with the divs, right? So whenever you are going to show some main section right side, then instead of div, you can go and use a section tag. Or you want to use a div, you use no problem, there is nothing, but you can, that is the appropriate place for the section tag. Okay, in the layouts it will use, maybe in the CSS, again we will do the layouts, then we will use that. Okay, okay, then let us go for here. So this is nothing about here, man. Okay, and there is a canvas. This is the most important interview question they will ask, like what is a canvas, uh, how you are going to do with this one. Okay, like canvas, and canvas is like, I'm going to open in the this W3 schools website for canvas demo, because I'm not going to do anything here. Yeah, here. So what we using the canvas, what we can do, suppose I want to draw one line, like whenever we are going to work with some financial website, you are not going to draw these lines, something like this. But whenever you are going to work with some other things, like suppose I'll go to some trading platform. So whenever you are working with some trading platform, what trading, they will have a line charts here, something like this. If you see here, there is a lot of charts are there, something here. I'll draw 10 lines, some lines, and they are showing something, right? So in such projects only you are going to draw graphics. Okay, canvas, SVG. But whenever I'm going to work on some like suppose I'm going to work on a payroll management. Okay, payroll management means like what is the employee, like when is the employee joining date, what is the salary, how much they are spending. They will not work all this type of graphs. Okay, most of the time whenever you are working with, you will not work with this one. You are going to work with only two-dimensional data, tables, and that representationally only you are going to work out. Okay, but this canvas, what we can do is, so this canvas is to draw the graphics. Okay, suppose I want to draw one line from here to here, or I want to line a draw from here to here. Such things will go for a canvas. Okay, so like I will tell you, out of my 10 years, how many times I might work with the canvas now? Either only one or two, or maximum 5 times, not more than that. Okay, whenever you are going to join a company, it is not mandatory that you need to know the canvas. You can say that in our project we did not use the canvas at all, because there is nothing you need to write in the based on your project need only you are going to add it. Okay, and so other thing, sir, in the financial website here we have this one, right? Then you are using a canvas or not? No, this is a library where we will give some data. Automatically this will be happening. I am not going to write canvas on my own. There will be number of libraries in the Angular and React. We are going to use those libraries and draw the graphics. We are not going to write our own. Okay, so now just let us understand this canvas. What is the canvas? And that is enough, more than enough. Okay, to clear the interview. So canvas is a to draw the graphics in the JavaScript. Using the JavaScript only we are going to write the code. Suppose I want to draw a line from here to here. You can write one canvas element here, and there is a JavaScript code I need to write it. Okay, so if somebody is familiar with the JavaScript code, they will understand here. But who are new, suppose think like you don't know anything in the JavaScript. Even if I am showing these lines also, it will be like a waste of the things. Okay, so for now what we can do, canvas is a element to draw the graphics. Okay, so what are the graphics I can do? I can make circles, I can make squares, I can make any horizontal lines, vertical lines, any line I can do it. Okay, but as part of the project we did not use the canvas. That is the reason. Okay, but in interview they can say, if there is a scenario they will ask cross question something like this. In our project we are using canvas, then what you will do? I am going to learn it and I will do it. That's all. A simple answer. Okay, yes. And so the canvas is, what is the main purpose of canvas? To draw the graphics only, and we will write our code in the JavaScript. Okay, that is a simple thing, that is enough. Okay, and there is another thing called SVG. Okay, uh, this is a scalable vector graphics. Okay, so what is this one? This is also for to drawing the graphics only. Okay, to draw the graphics only, but where we will use this one, I'll tell you. Suppose if you go to any website, right, most of the time you will show some icons here. Suppose eye icon here and scans here, this filter icon, something like this, right? Okay, what graphic, there is a another person called graphic designer. What they will do, they will design like what is this one, shape in the SVG. Okay, scalable vector graphics. That SVG file they will give it to us, and simply we will import it and we can display inside the our code. If you are writing just SVG in the, like, copy paste this SVG element. If you go to SVG here, simply copy paste this SVG element, automatically you will see some rectangle, something like this. Okay, I will copy here and I will paste it in the section here. Okay, and let us go to our company page. Some box, right? This is a simple page. Okay, so this SVG, who will develop it? Graphic designer will develop it. We no need to sit and develop this SVG. Okay, there is a separate person who, their work is only generating the icons. Okay, our manager will go to them, hey, graphic designer, develop me an icon like this, or you generate 4 icons and show present to us. We'll select one icon, and that guy will responsible for the this SVG. Okay, and what they will do, they will share this SVG file to you. Okay, as a developer, hey developer, go and use this SVG. And what we'll do, we'll copy whatever the SVG file they are giving, we'll copy it and we'll go to our file, our place. Okay, anywhere, like wherever we want to do it, and I will place it. And here I will say width is equal to 20 and height is equal to 20. Our responsibility is changing the height and width wherever you want to display it. That is our responsibility. That's all. The colors, shapes, that is not our responsibility. Okay, so now tell me, what is the SVG? SVG also to draw the graphics only. Okay, either shapes, graphics, anything will go on with the SVG only. This SVG will generated by the graphic designer. Now we are not going to sit, one person cannot do all the things. Okay, our responsibility is to develop the web pages only, not develop the these graphics and all these things. Okay, yes. So for now, what is SVG? SVG is a scalable vector graphics. So we can use this graphics for to display the icons, to display the images, those things. Okay, that is the SVG. So this SVG also came along with the HTML5 only. Okay, canvas came in HTML5, SVG also came in HTML5 only. Okay, if they are working, I don't have any work experience, but if you are giving anything, yes, no problem, I'll work on it. That's all. So that's the simple answer we can tell them. Okay, and there is another tag is called video and audio. Okay, earlier before the HTML5, there is no video, we cannot directly show it. Okay, so there is a concept called Adobe Flash was there earlier. There was a Adobe Flash was there. So what they will do, whenever you are installing it, you need to install this player for displaying any videos in the web browser. Okay, but now in the HTML5, we can directly display any video. Okay, we no need to use any other things. Directly we can start using the video and audio tags. So let us suppose I want to display some audio tag is there. Here audio is there, right? I think just one gave a very nice example for audio. Okay, suppose if you go to any financial website, SBI or something like this. Okay, so what they will do, I'll go to SBI online banking. So whenever you are logging in, sometimes you will enter the wrong data. Okay, I'll enter my username and password wrongly. What immediately they will do? They will add one captcha there. Anybody remember? Anybody face? Yeah, see here, right? Here there is a captcha is there. Yeah. So here there is a captcha is there. Sometimes I will keep on repeatedly typing wrong only. Okay. What they will ask finally? Hey, you are typing wrong. There is a one button they will add it. You click here and listen. What is there? That means audio tag. Okay, so whenever you want to say, in such cases, what is the tag we will use? A audio tag. Okay, and something like this. And whenever there is a video, suppose I want to show any demo about anything, then we can go and use a video tag. So let us go and write one audio tag and video tag. Okay, so I'll go here. So this audio and video tag also came along with the something like that. Let us go with the video tag. Okay, something. So whenever you want to present some video, you need to have any video tag. Where are the videos? Some video, okay. Something I'll say src source. So let me just write it. Okay. You need to have any audio or video. I don't know this video. So that's fine. Okay. Simple here. Source. Okay, suppose now I want to display one video. So first thing, go and find one video in your machine and anywhere. Go and find it some videos. Okay, so here I have some video. I will have Angular video. Okay, I have movie only. Okay, so where is this? It is located D drive videos. Okay, and what is my video name? Some movie data mkv, and copy this one. Copy the full name. Go here and write the place here. Okay, something like this, and you remove it. So file, save all, and let us reload the page. So what is our page? Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, so here by default a video came. Okay, but there is no controller where you start, stop, nothing is there. Okay, if you want to start and stop, there is a controls will be there. Okay, there is a controls. If you add this attribute, automatically this button will be coming. Okay, and there is a and like full screen is there. You see where we have seen such type of things, range, right? Something like this. Okay, and you can start playing the movie, something you can play it. Okay, and you can drag it, something like you can do anything. Okay, something like this. So what is the tag we have used for this one? Simple video tag. And inside the video tag, what is the attribute? Powerful attribute? Controls. Without controller, nothing will be displayed. Okay. Something now I want to display about the audio. Okay, audio. Okay, so inside the audio, remove this src attribute. I'll write like so. Inside this one, I'll write a source. Okay, source element, and same. I will reload the page again. Okay, so and I'll just comment out this video tag so that we can see the audio. So there is nothing here. Okay, now I want to write the type is equal to same because it's not audio file, and I want to write a controls. Sorry. I'm sorry, controls. Okay, see here. And if you are playing it, so this is a playing here, and you can play your song here. It is playing something like you can reduce and something you can do something with the audio tag. Okay, so this is nothing but a audio. So this is audio, and important attribute is the controls. And inside the we have to use one sub element called a source, where you can define your path. Okay, this path usually it will be in the server path, not in our machine path. Okay, where your program will run, it will run in the server. Okay, you have to give your server path. If I'm giving D drive something like this, nothing will work for everybody because there is no file in your machine, right? So we have to give the server path here. So that is nothing but. And we know what is the form controls, right? In the form control, this input type attribute, email, number, search, URL, all these things came in the HTML5 only. Okay, yes. And there is a, and apart from this one, there is a local storage and drag and drop API is there. Okay, if you go on something like this, sometimes what we can do in the HTML5, you can drag any file here and you can drag in another place, something like drag and drop. So this one I want to drag here to some other place, something like, suppose there is a one box here, I want to drag it to here, automatically it will remove here and I want to keep it here. I need to write a big program, simply just dragging here it will not work out, but we need to write the program. So that support also is available in the HTML5. Before that there is no such feature. Okay, and this let's go for local storage. Some sessions, there are some storages is there. The storages we'll discuss in the JavaScript, we'll not discuss about here. And WebSockets and web workers, this is also new features, but these all the things I can discuss in the JavaScript only, not right now. Okay, for now you just tell this only these things. Okay, what is the HTML5 new features? You can tell header, footer, nav, section tag. Okay, video, audio, canvas, SVG, and form enhancements like a type, range, like min length, max length required. All these things are as part of the HTML5 new features only. Okay, so that's all. I'll stop the class. So now what is the page? We'll work on it. Okay, suppose now what we have done is we have developed something, right? We know what is a form and what are the forms are there, right? We want to develop one a form. I'll give one form here, Angular course, and there is a student work. There is one big form is there. I'll give some time and I'll see, let us see how you are going to do that. Okay, implement onboarding. Okay, so this is the form. Don't worry about the styling, like whatever the things you know that you write it based on that one. Okay, we will work on the styling part from tomorrow. We are going to work on only on the CSS only. We are not going to work on like we will see how to add a button color, how to place the spaces, top bottom, all the things we are going to work from tomorrow. Okay, for now I'll give this page, like based on your knowledge you try to develop this page. Okay, and we'll adjust them, and in the final class everybody will be able to complete like this, something like this. Okay, so suppose if you want to develop this layout, simple one, this is a one div, you can take it, and inside the div you can write all these things, something like this. And you try to develop only the forms. This is a drop down, right? What is this, Mr. and Mrs.? This will be like a drop down, and first name and last name is like a text boxes, and this is also drop down. Somewhere they will be having a date also, some dates. you'll learn something like this. It right, and this is upload. We have seen, right, what is the type is equal to upload, like the file is, sorry, input type is equal to file, not a upload, something like this, and save button and all this thing. Okay, let us try to see this form tomorrow. I'll see take time, okay, and try to do this one. Don't focus on exactly like this, like if you know that, do it. If you don't know, no problem. Okay, simply try to do like with the input boxes and all these things. This alignment, all the things we'll work on from tomorrow onwards. Okay, yes. Okay, I'll stop the class here. Tomorrow we'll start with the HTML from starting onwards. Okay, sorry, CSS.